The mob has already convicted the former police officer, as you know. And if he is acquitted, which is not likely, there would be terrible violence across the country. I do believe he'll be convicted. I'll tell you why in a moment. But let's talk about the mob. So the mob doesn't care about evidence in any case. They take a side, and then who they believe is guilty of whatever it may be, they want to harm. That's what mobs do. Now, if Derek Chauvin were walking the streets of Minneapolis, he would probably be killed. When he is sentenced to prison, which I believe he will be, they're going to have to keep him in isolation or a prisoner will murder him. There's no doubt in my mind. So mob mentality is this close away from violence and often spills over into the violent arena. And it's condoned in America today. Here is Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
What happens?
What should protesters do?
Well, we got to stay on the street, and we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business.
All right, so no one is surprised by the Congresswoman's statement. She has been a loon ever since she was elected. Does she incite? Is that insightful? I would say no. She's not inciting, she's condoning. And she is encouraging the people to come out and show the country that we mean business, whatever that means. Okay? But no one should be surprised. Now, I told you I'm not trying this case on television. That would be grossly irresponsible. Of course, it doesn't stop the cable TV news outfits from doing it. But from what I've seen, there is overwhelming evidence that Officer Chauvin did violate the law. Let me quote you the law on second-degree murder, okay? Then that's what he's charged with, along with lesser charges, but that's what I think he'll be convicted of. Here is the law in Minnesota. It causes the death of a human being without intent to effect the death of any person. It means the person dies, but you didn't mean to kill him. While intentionally inflicting or attempting to inflict bodily harm upon the victim when the perpetrator is restrained. Mr. Floyd was restrained. So if I'm on the jury, and again, I'm not going to say that I would vote to convict him of second-degree murder because I didn't see or hear all of the testimony. But to me, hearing enough of it and studying the closing arguments, I would be very, very surprised if Derek Chauvin isn't convicted of second-degree murder. Now, the situation after he's convicted, nobody knows. I mean, the mob will get what it wants, revenge on Officer Chauvin. They'll get what it wants. And the final thing I want to say about this before we move to the next story is that if Derek Chauvin doesn't know that he is in great jeopardy of being incarcerated for a long period of time, then I don't understand, because he should have taken the stand in his own defense, and he did not.